Hi friends, welcome to Nessa's Nook. So I'm going to try something today. I have tried in the past and I don't think it was super successful, but you know, I'm going to try one more time. I still have a whole bunch of tomatoes that's out in my garden. And I was talking to one of my subscribers and she had sent me a recipe for some tomato soup. So what I'm going to do today is I have 3 tomatoes set down here. I have my Vitamix out here. And then what I have is, oh, I grabbed that one. No, that is celery. I have some celery, onions, and carrots out here. I have some sugar, salt, and pepper. And what I'm going to do is, because the Vitamix that I have my skins on is tomatoes, the Vitamix is going to actually, because it's such a high-speed blender, that it's going to actually get rid of the seeds and the skin. And then what I'm going to do is add in some of the freeze-dried onions, carrots, and celery with a little bit of salt and salt, pepper, and a little bit of sugar to see if that might actually be a taste. Because I really want to stop using the Campbell's soup. Now I still do have quite a few cans of Campbell's soup. With the cream of mushroom, I have the cream of chicken soup, and then I have, you know, tomato soup. But if you look at some of the ingredients, you know, it's bioengineered stuff, it's this, it's that, you know, if you can do anything, even if it's little steps, by replacing some things by some things, because, you know, homemade soups do take a little bit longer. My intentions, if this does taste good, is to actually can up some, and then all I had to do is just add the milk to it, and just like I would my tomato soup that we put the milk in there. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is gonna get a little bit loud. I did buy a speaker, so hopefully when I do point this down, this won't be too loud, and you'll still be able to hear me. And we'll go from there, because I know a lot of times when I tilt my camera down for whatever reason, it doesn't pick me up as well anymore. So hopefully this extra speaker will help. I have it a little bit further away so it doesn't pick up all the noise from the Vitamix. So over here, you see my Vitamix. And my husband actually bought this for me like back in 2008 or 2009. I don't use it a lot, but I do enjoy having it here when I do want to use it. It still works just as perfect. Vitamix has got an absolutely wonderful customer service. You couldn't ask for anything more. Anyways, I'm going to have to put the lid on there. Now, anyone who has a Vitamix, you always leave this on off, okay? You always have this off on 1, and you always leave this on low before you start anything. Why, I'm not for sure. That's what I've been told to do. So what I'm going to be doing at first is I'm going to spend a little bit more time grinding this up really good. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some of the celery, onions, and freeze-dried carrots. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and get this going. You can see how easy that you can really see the skins and the seeds. So what I'm going to do is take equal amounts of the celery, onions, and carrots. So this way I can kind of keep an eye on if I do like this, I know how much I use. And then yes, the carrots do lose its color, but when you bring it back, it comes orange again. Shut that off for a minute, and hopefully you heard me through all that. I'm going to go ahead and get just a spoon from the counter, just put just a little bit of sugar in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of salt, A little bit of pepper. I'm going to finish grinding that up so everything's going to be really nice and ground up really good. Normally, I don't think you'd have to leave it on so long, but I didn't want to. I wanted more of a smoother soup, so that's why I wanted to leave it on a little bit longer. So as you can see, that looks really nice. I'll show you what that looks like being poured. That does look a little bit smoother. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and put this on the stove to kind of let it cook for a minute before I start adding the milk and stuff. And then for those who don't know, I'm going to rinse this off right here, but I'm going to show you the easiest way to clean your food or your blenders without getting your hand cut on that blade down there. Alright, what I did is I kind of rinsed that out a little bit. And I put a few drops of Dawn in there. And there you go. Pretty much your blender is all nice and clean. You have to rinse it out. You might have to wipe it out just a little bit. But that does a very, very good job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that cook on the stove for a little bit. Obviously, we are going to have grilled cheese with that. And I'm hoping this does taste good. I mean, I can't trust still my taste. This is something that Mark is going to have to tell me if it does taste good. And if you ever do make your own homemade peanut butter, putting the peanuts in here, I'll have to make some sometime. And especially using this soapy water really helps clean it up if you're making homemade peanut butter. But I'm going to let that cook on the stove for a little bit, see if it actually can, what's that word? I can't even think of the word. You know, when you cook something for a while, it shrinks a little bit. Let that cook for a good half an hour or so. My husband's getting home early from work, so it'll be regular dinner time. And I'll be back. Alright, so I let this simmer down for a little bit. I go ahead and throw a little bit of milk in here. I don't know exactly how much it's going to be that I'm going to need to add, because I'm trying to make it kind of look a little bit like Campbell's, maybe just a little bit more milk. And Mark tasted this and he said just a smidge more salt than what I had put in there. Because like I said, I don't trust my taste as far as if things are good. I mean, when I did taste of this, it tasted good, but I just wanted to make sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause. I'm going to let this milk warm up a little bit and put this on low, and I'm going to go ahead and start the grilled cheese sandwiches. Okay, this is what I do for my grilled cheese, is I put 2 pieces of the sliced cheese on here. I do not add butter. What I just usually do is I put this actually over there in the June, and I put it on the toast feature. I have to open up a new pack of cheese because I'm missing one piece of cheese. So I'll show you what these look like when we get everything all together. Alright, so there's the grilled cheese, and this is what the soup ended up looking like. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour some in both bowls. And I don't think Mark added even more salt, did you, after I put the milk in there? He added just a little bit more. salt after I put the milk. Now with me, because I'm very strange, I sit there and make all these little strips. My neighbor's here, she's probably gonna be laughing at me too.
It's strange.
She's laughing at me already. You hear Kim laughing at me. My wonderful neighbor behind me. So anyways, what I do is I cut mine up in little pieces because I throw my grilled cheese actually into my soup. Now Mark, he's not crazy like I am. All I gotta do is that. So this, my friends, is homemade tomato soup with grilled cheese sandwiches. So I think it's going to taste okay. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, it's definitely not Campbell's by any means. But, you know, hopefully it's something that if I do like this, because I did do the measuring, I would be able to know how much to put in each one going forth. So I'll know for sure. So thank you very much for stopping by. You have a very blessed and wonderful day.